Thanks for logging on to Storytelling with Eth-No-Tec. We'll be streaming soon, so hang in there. We'll be with you shortly. This upcoming stream is free, and we welcome any donations you'd like to contribute to Eth-No-Tec, a nonprofit arts organization. For your support helps us reach tens of thousands of families across the country and beyond, both on the stage and online streaming. Well, here we are, folks. I hope that technology is behaving this time. Can all of you hear us okay? If you can hear us okay, touch your nose. Yeah.
Yay.
Look at that. It's working. You know, there's those last minute wires that get crossed and funny and all of that.
Yeah, especially us. It's that no-tech in Eth-No-Tec.
Right. Maybe we should change its name to Eth-Got-Tec.
Yes, tech. Oh, yeah.
Eth-Got-Tec, make a lot of money. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Robert Kikuchi-Yngojo.
I'm Nancy Wong.
And welcome to our Storytelling with Eth-No-Tec. And we just really appreciate all of you coming out for this thing, wherever you are, northeast, south, and west. And today, well, here we are, January 26th. This is the start of a new year.
It's the Lunar New Year.
4,721.
Yep. And as you know, the rabbit is a very cute little bunny, but it has much larger, karma than that. Rabbit is a symbol of longevity, peace, and prosperity. And this year is predicted to be a year of hope. Now, people who were born in the year of the rabbit are believed to be vigilant, quick-minded, and ingenious. How many of you out there are actually the year of the rabbit? You, look at Linda. Yeah, there's some rabbits out there. Well, check out that your friends and lovers, are best suited if they are the goat, the dog, or the pig. The Zodiac masters say never, never make friends or lovers with rat or rooster. So, always check before you go out on a date. Or if you're having a relationship right now, kind of test it out.
Bring your rabbit's foot.
Well, oh, poor little rabbit. Okay, so my family is not traditional. I'm a fifth generation Chinese American, but my father is from Shanghai.
And I'm not even Chinese.
And you're right. But when we got engaged, I thought we better do something that's traditional because my father is from China. So we looked it up, and we were what it said was that we were to bring moon cakes for Robert to present to my parents, meeting them for the first time, as respect, out of respect. Well, that's what we did. We expected that they would just go, "Oh, very good." But all we got were laughs. It was like, "What's this? Mooncakes. For what? To show respect? Crazy. We don't believe in that stuff. It's all superstition." And it actually is. Like making a wish before blowing out the candles on your birthday cake, or making a wish when you pull that wishbone from a chicken, a turkey, whatever.
Throwing salt over
a
your
duck,
shoulder.
4-leaf clovers, horseshoes,
rabbit's feet,
and sadly, rabbit's foot. Well, here are some of the traditions. Nonetheless, even though I didn't grow up with them, nonetheless, this is what we do here. We always clean the house before the New Year's Day, because it's like if you have guests coming over, you clean your house. Well, if you want your ancestors to visit and the kitchen god to visit, clean your house out of respect, or they will not even come. So if your house is at least clean, no one said about making it tidy, but clean, they will give you blessings and hopefully fortune and good luck and abundance. So once they do that, thank goodness, you don't wash anything the next day. Because if you do, it includes your hair, your body, if you clean anything, it washes out all the good luck that was just bestowed upon you. So,
And even having one tradition is you open up all your doors and windows to let all the good luck come in. So again, if you sweep it out or wash it out, you've just blown it.
yeah, but what if it goes out because the windows are open? So you see, it doesn't make
Shut
sense.
the windows
Okay,
on
that's all
one
right.
side of the house.
So speaking of the kitchen god, though, do you have a picture of the kitchen god?
I do. Kitchen god's right there.
Okay, so this is the kitchen god. And as you can see, he's got his lovely little babes because they love children. But you'll also see everything is kind of pink and red, except for those golden ingots. Those golden ingots were the money of the Chinese during the dynasties. And so for one, that's why we place mandarin oranges on any altar or before his picture, so that you give the kitchen god something that symbolizes that same golden red that you think is close to, at least, the gold ingot. And if you eat mandarin oranges or tangerines, then what happens is that you get to have money, abundance. Now, they do this for ancestors too, because ancestors also can either bring you blessings or they can take them away. They can either send you bad luck or they can send you good luck. So you have to make them happy. You have to keep them happy. So
Even in this lifetime, that can happen.
yeah. So for the answers that have passed, so you have their photos on in an altar. I just use the top of my dressing, and I put the mandarin oranges, and there is incense. I really light it because they make me sneeze, but it's supposed to, the smoke is supposed to bring all that respect up to the ancestors.
Up in the heavens.
And not only do you do that for the ancestors and the kitchen god, but you might get joss paper that is in the shape of a car, or a shape of shoes, or clothes, or money, of course. And even computers, I hear they have
go
now.
to some of these Chinese stores and they have a whole section for joss paper and all the man-made objects made of paper, so you can send up.
And you burn those,
Yeah.
and the smoke goes up, and they receive them because apparently they still need stuff up there.
Paper PlayStations.
So, the final thing I do is I hang posters. Of course, all in red. They're long red strips of paper with calligraphy on it that I don't even know what they say. But there is one that I'm told I must hang upside down, because that's the one that then, when the ancestors are looking down and the kitchen god, they can actually read it. So, oh my gosh. All right. So
Nancy can't read it even when it's
yeah,
right.
right. So, here's what I found about all the food. Now, I know certain foods to eat, but I never always knew why, except for the easy ones. But here is savory seafood pot. And the pun choi is a traditional Hong Kong dish. And it's about having every ingredient possible, all the hearty meats, everything in a round container, because it symbolizes abundance and prosperity. And it's definitely worth ever having the chance to eat, as well as gain all that abundance and prosperity. It shows that you can, you can eat all that because you have the money to do it, and money brings money. Okay, now why fruits? Well, we always use tangerines or mandarin oranges because, again, they are the closest fruits similar to the gold ingots. And so they obviously represent abundance. So if you eat them, you will get abundance. And those little red envelopes, you see those? Those are called lycee. And we adults always have to give those with money inside to anyone who's not married. So there are tricks to that too. Like my daughter and her partner who have a baby, they're not married. So we still have to give them money. Very clever. Okay, now rice cakes, these glutinous rice cakes. Well, they're steamed with brown sugar. They are sweet because it's all about the sweetness of life. So Nian-gao is what it's called. It's a homonym for wishing someone to be elevated in whatever position you are in any desire, whether it's elevation in wealth, elevation in success, career, academics. And it also is just about the sweetness of life, and you want that. By the way, actually, some people put honey on a statue or a poster of the kitchen god, because again, it's about if you give them the sweetness of life, they will return it.
They'll say sweet things about you up there.
Yes.
Or they'll be so sticky, you won't open their mouth about the bad stuff.
So now the rice balls, that we have rice balls. I know Japanese are known for having the manju. Well, we also have, those are the rice cakes. Rice balls. They are glutinous rice balls, and they're called tangyuan. It's a ball-shaped traditional dessert that symbolizes harmony and reunion because they're round. And when family members receive them, they're supposed to say "tuan tuan yuan yuan" or "group group round round," which translates to "happy family reunion." And so that's the sweet dessert. And finally, there's the dumplings. Now, dumplings are eaten around this time of the year because they are shaped like ancient silver and gold ingots. Those aren't particularly shaped like that, are they? No, but there are some like that. And the more money you will make in the following year is dependent on how many dumplings you can eat. So
dumplings are pronounced jiaozi.
Yeah.
Or gyoza. You can see the
gyoza.
Japanese homologue for that.
Yeah.
Gyoza.
Yeah.
Gyoza.
So it's all about food for the Chinese because, so many people starve from droughts and floods
in the early days.
In the early days, so food was everything. If you had food, that meant you were very, very fortunate. So
food still is about everything.
Yeah. So still today, food is it. And speaking of food, of course, noodles are longevity. So, are you ready to go make your noodle salad? Yeah? No?
Some of you are prepared. Some of you have been noodling around, we can tell. But we sent we sent the ingredients and instructions, and Nancy will sort of walk you through that.
Yeah. I will do it really quick because, everyone knows how to make a salad. So it's not a big deal. So I'm going to go over to the station now. And what you can see, I hope, is the noodles. And this, well, you have to change the green screen because that's actually a green head of lettuce.
No, let's not do that one.
It's right there, that green button you did before.
Oh, let me do this one.
Oh, well, I will continue. I will take this lettuce away because it's
there we go. It's green now.
Okay. So, when you make your noodles and you let them cool, they also get a little sticky, right? So mine happened like that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the sesame oil to loosen them up, and I love sesame oil anyway, and that should do it, but also the dressing will help do that as well. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, you put the noodles in first just because they're heavy and you don't want them to, while you're putting all the other stuff in.
And while Nancy's mixing that, when she talks to you, she'll turn her head slightly to get better microphone coverage.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, so already the noodles are beginning to loosen up, so they'll be ready for scrunching into our mouths. And now the next part is the lettuce. Now you all know that a head of lettuce, my parents said to me, my mom, that you don't when you buy a head of lettuce, what you do is you want to make sure it's firm, because otherwise you get a lot of empty space in there and you don't get lettuce, you get space. I never eat the outside leaves. I keep them for something else, because I like them crispy. So now I'm going to just slice here, and I'll probably do more, but I want to just slice in this. Oh, I just want to slice. Okay. Oh, there we go. In little 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch slices. And then sprinkle them over here. I think I'm going to do a little more because I like it. With more, yep. And so here comes some more. So again, just 1/4 inch. And I use this kind of, you can obviously use any kind of lettuce you want, but I like this because of the crunch. All right, so now I am going to add all the other stuff that goes with it. So I'm going to put the chicken in first, just sliced. Then I'm going to put in the red pepper, green pepper, not red, green, red and orange because of, again, the color. And I used these kind of peppers because they're just easier to use.
And they're sweet, not as bitter.
And then carrots. There we go. And I like this. It's called, well, we called it Chinese parsley, but it's also called cilantro. And then finally this, which is the mandarin orange, what I did was just simply cut them this way. And put them in. There we go. Here's some more.
And you can also buy those mandarin oranges, obviously, in a can. And of course, when it's processed, they take the skin off. But as you all know, as we get older, you need that fiber.
Now, here are my
Sliced almonds.
Sprinkle.
Gives it nice crunch.
Now, if you don't like almonds and nuts, what you can also do is use, buy a can of water chestnuts and slice those, and they really are a nice crunch. Okay. And then for now, I'm going to set this aside and let's make the dressing. Now,
I think we should show them that picture of all those things.
okay.
There's what she puts in there. That gets the juice going. Sesame oil. Marukan is a seasoned rice vinegar. You can probably get that in most popular stores. If you don't get it seasoned, it'll be extra tart. So if you do, you can add sugar to that and salt. That's what they do to your taste.
Yeah.
And there's a soy sauce, of course. And if you don't want soy sauce, you can use cocoa amino acids or even Bragg's.
Yeah. I couldn't find ours, so I brought that up. Yeah. So here I'm gonna show you also. We use this particular kind of noodles that you can get.
If you are the gods from heaven, you can read that upside down.
Well, I can't figure that out.
I know.
Okay, there. Okay,
are.
so this you can get at Costco, actually. They're really easy. And this is actually the bean, no, it's not the bean curd, but it's actually a sweet potato kind of noodle. And that, so for people who don't want to have gluten or don't want egg in their noodles because they're vegan, these are really delicious.
You can pick those up in, if you have any local Asian stores. Oh, go online. Those are also sometimes known as yam noodles.
Okay, so I'm going to start making the dressing. So the first ingredient was 1/4 of the rice vinegar. Then 6 tablespoons of sesame oil. I wish you could smell the sesame oil. It's just so wonderful.
I'll add the sound effects. Mmm. Oh my gosh. Wow, that smells so good.
Right, I've already now lost count. Was anyone counting with me?
No.
Is that 5 or 6?
That was 5.
5. One more.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. Robert often is a distraction
I am.
because he's so funny. Okay, 2.5 tablespoons. Here's my tablespoons of, I'm going to use soy sauce.
And you know, you can buy soy sauce that's a light soy sauce, Lite, and that's somewhat with reduced sodium.
Now my minced ginger. Let's see. I'll do it all. My minced garlic.
You look very professional, Nancy, putting this together.
That's lovely. And
Ne-
I'm most often laughing at this because Robert is the one that is like a cook. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the purple.
We have to show them that then.
Oh,
Okay, she's adding purple. Purple's for nice coloring.
yeah.
Shredded
Yeah,
red
there's a
cabbage
nice
is
little
nice.
crush.
And again,
Crunch.
adds that fiber.
Oh, and I forgot. Oh my gosh. This is how unprofessional I am. Oh, excellent. So I forgot the green onions. So let me show you how we buy green onions. Okay. And then we put them in water because they can keep growing. You don't have to throw it out after you've finished, because they have these roots and they can continue.
In plain water.
Yeah.
And you can snip off just the stalks you need for a dish or two.
Right. And they keep growing. So I forgot to put the green onions in. And we're going to, be doing a lot of, oh, you know what else I forgot? Is the tongs. I can use my hands, I guess.
To toss it, use your chopsticks.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my green onions. I'm just putting them everywhere because I'm going to have them inside.
And when
And
she
see,
gets
this
down to
is
the
what's-
end,
yeah, I'm going to put it back in the
keep
water.
that much alive.
And I'm going to take this one because it's asking, because it was already falling over. It's asking to be in the salad.
Sustainable green onion practices.
Save you money.
Very clever.
Okay, maybe that's enough. Maybe it's not. You can always add everything a little more. Okay, so let's get back now to the dressing. So now I have a little bit of red flakes I'm going to put in. And I know they keep getting hot, so I'm not going to put them all in. And now what I need to do is really, because you don't want that to actually, the vinegar and oil, there's nothing worse with pouring it and then all you get is the oil on your salad. Let's see, that looks pretty good. All right, here we go. Now we'll see if it works, if we're gonna love this salad. All right, how many of you already made this salad? Anyone? Yay, Winnie. Okay. Evelyn. Caitlin. I can't read. I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, good. I'm glad you. Okay, here I'm gonna. Okay, here goes the salad. Maybe I should taste it. Sometimes it might need something more. Let me see.
What does it need?
I don't know. You taste, Robert.
Okay. I'm the official taster.
It's very yummy.
Maybe mustard.
Oh yeah, I didn't do mustard.
I like that.
I think it's enough.
I
You know,
like it.
you can add mustard. You can add even um, lemon. Lemon. Okay.
Are you going to
here we
sprinkle
go.
it with any sesame seeds?
Afterwards.
Oh, afterwards.
Okay. After I actually. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm going to use my little thing here.
Are you going to toss it?
Yeah.
Why don't we use the
Okay.
musical spoons?
Why don't you toss it?
Okay. I will toss it. I'm the tosser. Okay, tossing. Woohoo, look at that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Carol. Carol Ekstrom. Oh my gosh. And Peter. Hi.
All right, you guys.
So how did it turn out, Carol?
We'll blind out. Let's oh yeah, see, mixing it up, starting from the bottom. The noodles, of course, always need to be spread out. If we had more of a fork type of tosser, it would help kind of separate
Yeah, I forgot
those.
those.
But that's okay.
Nancy, it's delicious. Peter made the recipe for 4, and I think we're going to finish all of it.
There you go.
I know,
And,
truly.
you know, that dressing is so good you can use it for other things.
Yeah,
too.
I could
Yeah,
use
and
it.
that,
Yeah.
I kind of made this accidentally last night for dinner, but hot and not with the lettuce,
Oh.
obviously, but with
Oh.
cabbage and noodles and nuts and
Yeah, yeah.
similar to the dressing.
And Cherry is eating. I don't know if you're eating the salad or something else.
Hmm,
Something else.
let me
Okay.
try some
Okay,
of
so
that.
no. I have to put the sesame seeds now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oops,
So
bad
so you want it to, well, where's all the color?
What's in there?
Yeah. Okay, so I can just do a little bit more color then. Okay, here we go. I am going to now put sesame seeds, which are lovely. They're roasted, so it gives it a nice appearance as well. And so now,
You know, salad like this can be so nutritious. You can use that for a whole dinner.
yeah. So here we are. Now, Robert, you can try it.
Oh, let me see if I can turn that lettuce green. Oh, look at that. I changed the color. Okay, that's done.
Okay,
now
go
I can
ahead.
try it.
Yep.
The official taster, like in the courts,
Yeah. The canary in the
canary in
cave.
the mine shaft. Okay. Mm. It's really good.
Okay. So, no matter what you're eating right now, the salad, or we have now a story for you. So, as you're eating, you get to actually have a little dinner theater.
Do you want to adjust some things?
But this, because, we have an apprentice, her name is Yuriko, and
Yuriko Takata.
Takata.
She's
but-
been studying with us for about, almost 4 years.
Yeah, but she just had surgery, so she couldn't do it live. So luckily, we had it recorded. So we're going to show you a noodle
A noodle dish.
story.
Yeah.
A noodle
More
story.
about Rico. She's been just such a great devotee, studying with us. In fact, during the pandemic, we did our rehearsals in Golden Gate Park because we needed to get ventilation going, and we had masks on. But given all that, she's really taken it up. She is going to be performing live on stage probably this season. So, yeah. So that's the background of that. And now, also part of our travels, we've been to Japan, and also we had a visiting Japanese storyteller named Hiroko Fujita-san, who has a wonderful repertoire of Japanese folk tales he learned from neighboring farmers. And this is one of our favorite stories of hers,
From her. Mhm.
that we've added dramatic physical theater. So, without further ado, here we go. And now a story inspired by Hiroko
Why you got
Fujita,
that sound?
storyteller in Japan. This folk tale called Oodles of Noodles.
Yum! Oodles and oodles. Oodles, soba, ramen, noodles, oodles, and oodles. Oodles, soba, ramen, noodles.
Mukashi, mukashi, aru tokoro ni. Once upon a time in the land of Japan, there was a fellow named Tatsuro.
Tatsuro loved
Oh,
noodles.
noodles.
Every day, all he thought about was.
Noodles, noodles, noodles.
And even at night, all he dreamt about were oodles and noodles of noodles.
I'm crazy about noodles.
So you can imagine his garbo delight when he heard about a noodle eating contest in the big city.
Did someone just say noodles?
A noodle eating contest to see who could eat the most noodles at the Super Bowl of Noodles.
Super Bowl of noodles.
So off he went down the road, over the hills, over the mountains, through the forest, with only one thing on his mind.
Noodles.
When he saw,
Long, tall bamboo.
he saw long, tall noodles,
Thin, stringy clouds.
thin, stringy noodles,
Winding string.
winding noodles,
Wiggly worms.
wiggly noodles.
Oh, I absolutely cannot wait to get there. I can't wait. Oh.
Suddenly, out of the forest, not far in front of him, he encountered an enormous, wriggling, monstrous, and very hungry serpent snake. Now Tatsuro watched as that hungry, slithering serpent of a snake, with only one thing on his mind. Noodles!
No.
Safety! Tatsuro dashed behind a tree and watched that serpent of a snake slithered smoothly, reeled up, paused, and struck back a large, unsuspecting deer and squeezed the remaining life out of that poor deer.
Poor dear.
Now, Tatsuro watched as that snake approached that poor dead deer and opened its jaws wider and wider, and slowly,
Engulfed the entire dead body of that deer,
and swallowed it.
inch by inch, until it was deep inside the belly of that snake.
Whoa! Now, some of you may know that snakes of this size in nature will take one day, a week, maybe a month to digest that bulging meal in their belly. And perhaps you also know that these snakes might only have to eat that one meal a year. And at this point, Tatsuro could have easily run away, escaped. And maybe he should have. Because something strange happened next. That serpent of a snake slithered smoothly and reached up into the branches of a nearby bush and plucked a few leaves from a very strange plant. Tatsuro watched as that snake began to chew and chew those leaves, those magic leaves, and then swallow them until that large bulge suddenly began to shrink. That snake began to shrink smaller and smaller and smaller until that snake was once again slim and sleek. Then the serpent, zoosh, slithered away.
Oh, real digestive birds. Ooh. Bulging belly. No more bulging bellies. Hey, I could use the power of those digestive birds. Give me a bottomless belly at that contest in the city. Don't take all the fun. Now, off I go to the
Super Bowl of Noodles! Oodles and oodles, the Super Bowl of Noodles! Oodles and oodles, the Super Bowl of Noodles! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Championship Super Bowl of Noodles. Noodlers, take your places. Hey, fill your bowls. Chopsticks. Hey, and get ready. And hajime begin. Quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack,
Gulp by gulp, noodles slid down their throats as Tatsudo kept up with the other noodle gobblers.
quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack.
Clang! Round two. Hey, fill your bowls. Whoosh. Chopsticks. Hey, get set. Hajime begin.
Quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 zoodle. Clang! Round three. Hey, fill your bowls. Chopsticks. Hey, and get ready. And hajime begin. Quack, 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 quack. Zoodle, 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 zoodle.
Clang! Round four.
Quack, quack, quack.
Round five.
Zoodle, 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 zoodle. Oh.
Round six.
Quack. Clang, clang, clang. Break time.
Well, all the remaining contestants got up to stretch their legs and staggered about, moaning and groaning. Tatsudo snuck away and waddled behind a tree where no one could see.
Now's my chance to use my powerful magic secret weapon. One leaf, will shrink my bulging belly. Two leaves, it'll double my luck. They say three is a charm. Oh, why not get the highest score and need four? Or maybe five. Maybe six. Seven. 8.
Now, Tatsudo continues stuffing his magic leaves into his mouth until
Clang! Round seven. Places, everyone. Hey, fill your bowls.
whoosh.
Chopstick.
Hey.
Get set. Whoa. Where's that Tatsudo fellow?
Oh. I saw him go that way behind that tree.
But when the judges and contestants all looked behind the tree, oh, Nani?
There was no sign of Tatsuro.
Nowhere to be seen.
Oh, look, there's his shoes.
There's his hat
And his pants.
and his happy coat, too.
But
where was Tatsuro?
Oh no! Some say that Tatsuro made a big mistake. For those were not just meal digesting herbs. They were not just noodle dissolving herbs. They were meat digesting herbs. Body dissolving herbs. And so when they poked around that round happy coat,
There was no sign of Tatsuro's body.
All they found under the bulging coat was a big, round,
gooey,
Stinky,
bloody,
pile of
oodles and oodles of noodles.
Okay. This is why we didn't, of course, have this story before we ate our noodles because, poor guy. Anyway.
We hope you keep the noodles down, that's for sure.
So, we would like to now tell you another story, only this time it's about rabbits, because rabbits are, of course, the main attraction for the year of 2023. And this is a story actually from India.
But it moved up into Northern Asia through Buddhism. And in China, Korea, and Japan, they all have similar motifs in this story. So the story is called Rabbit in the Moon.
One day, Shakra, the king of gods,
Looked down through the clouds.
and pondered,
Such a dark and selfish world I see below. Does this darkened world have any living creatures that live from their beating heart, unfettered by greed and self-interest? I shall disguise myself and walk the world to see such a being. Perhaps I can find someone who can offer light and wisdom to this darkened world.
and so Shakra,
this radiant god,
this being of light,
descended down to earth, then waved his hands and instantly appeared as a mortal in the form of a hungry and dying old man wandering aimlessly through the woods.
in a clearing near a great tree, the old man made a fire and sat close to its warmth and waited.
Now it wasn't long before 3 forest creatures,
Fox,
monkey,
a rabbit.
all of them came down the path.
The old man feigned a sorrowful look through this fake, starving face and muttered,
Oh, please, oh dear creatures, I am famished. Could you seek any kind of morsel for me? Though I've made a fire to keep myself warm, I am far too weak from hunger to hunt or gather any food. Any kind of morsel you can find for me would be greatly appreciated.
Now, at first the 3 creatures who had been hunted all their lives by humans were quite fearful and immediately, cautiously stepped back as the old man summoned them.
Does he have a knife under his shirt?
Or a trap.
We must be very careful. Humans are very tricky.
But look into his eyes. They do not seem evil. They do not seem evil at all. I think this old man cannot harm us. See how weak he is.
Indeed, so weak he can barely lift his hand towards us.
More than weak. He is dying.
And so it was decided.
We will seek food for you.
And without another word, the animals, with their best of intentions, bound away to find the old man a meal.
Now the old man, once again alone with the animals, gone to search the food, he smiled through his false wrinkles as this disguised king of gods and nodded.
Perhaps there is light of compassion in this weary world after all.
And the deity, as the old man leaned back against that towering tree and sat in meditation. As he meditated, however, he began to glow.
Now Rabbit was hopping deep into the woods, sniffing for food, but everywhere he looked, he did not find anything fit for a human diet. Only weeds, twigs, and dry grasses.
As hungry as that poor man is, none of this would even help a starving man like him. I will go deeper into the woods to look, but if I cannot find anything suitable, what can I offer?
Meanwhile, the fox wandered down by the riverbank where he'll snatch up a fish or 2, and to his luck, he found a fisherman who, while tying his boat down, turned his back on the day's catch and on the basket full of fish. The fox, with lightning speed, silently snapped up the basket handle in his jaws and scampered away into the woods. And as he made his way to the old man,
That old man, a skinny man as he is, probably could only devour 1 fish. Anyway, with an empty stomach, one must eat slowly and be careful not to eat so much. So, that's what I'll give him. Only 1 fish. I'll keep the rest for myself.
the fox returned back to his den to hide the basket of fish, and then began his way back to the old man with only a single fish in his jaws.
Now, as for Monkey,
Let me scamper high up into the trees and I can get a good look. Oh, I can find a meal for that old man. Oh, aha! Oh, a farmer. I see he's just finished harvesting a basket of the sweetest persimmons. Ooh, 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 ooh.
And with a leap, a swing, and a well-timed snatch, Monkey snared that full basket of persimmons with his tail.
Before the careless persimmon farmer turned around, Monkey was already swinging through the tops of the trees, making his escape towards the old man's campfire.
Monkey, being quite the quick one, arrived long before Fox and Rabbit returned, and because of this, from his tree branch, he caught a glimpse of a shimmering glow around the old man.
Oh, oh, who is this old man? Oh, oh, he's not an old man at all. He must be a spirit from the heavens. Oh, perhaps if I give him a bigger meal than the others, I will be rewarded with a big gift. I'll give him not just one fruit, as I had planned, but the entire basket. Perhaps I'll receive 1,000-fold in return.
So Monkey, with his persimmon basket, hid himself in the treetops, waiting for the return of Rabbit and Fox, so that they could appear all at once before the old man without anyone suspecting his early view.
Chakra quickly stirred from his meditation, and not a moment too soon, as he heard rustling nearby and resumed his disguise, just in time as two long ears and the bushy tail of Fox bobbed and swayed through the tall grass and approached the old man.
Now Monkey swooped down behind them, and together they approached the old man with their offerings. The old man again feigned a weak smile.
Oh, I'm so grateful that all three of you have put your heart into the task. Oh, have you found any food for me?
Oh, alas, old man, I, Fox, have spent my entire day by the river waiting by the bank to snatch a savory fish from the waters, but alas, all I caught for you is one meager little fish. Though I am hungry as well, I should give up this only fish I caught, to help you chase away your hunger.
And the deceptive Fox laid the single fish before the old man. All the while, Fox was licking his lips, thinking about his secret basket of fish back home in his den.
The old man said not a word, then turned to Monkey.
And what about you, Monkey? Did you find a meal for me? My dear old fellow. I, on the other hand, was quite fortunate. On my way, I passed a persimmon tree, full of fruit. It took me all day long to harvest the bounty back and forth up and down the tree. I nearly fell, injured myself, but no need to spare a single fruit for all my efforts. No. No need to thank me even. No. And no need to reward me unless your generosity, if you want to.
And Monkey saw visions of riches playing in his head.
The old man merely rubbed his chin in silence, and then he turned to Rabbit. But before he could even ask the same question, the rabbit fully admitted his failure.
Alas, in my search there were plenty of twigs and leaves, but nothing worthy enough for you to eat. I have come away empty-pawed. Alas, I have only one thing I could possibly offer.
What offering might that be? Asked the old man.
Oh, well, merely myself.
And without a moment's hesitation, Rabbit stepped forward and leaped into the flames of the fire.
Monkey and Fox jumped back in shock and shivered.
Rabbit is crazy! He has offered his own flesh as a meal to save a dying old man?
And at that very same moment, though, the old man transformed back into the radiant god Chakra.
He waved his hands.
He calmed the flames.
Turned them into
a cool, soft, flickering golden light. The king of gods reached into its fiery coolness and gently brought the rabbit safely out of the campfire.
That won't be necessary, dear Rabbit.
Chakra, the all-knowing god king, then turned to the fox and to the monkey.
You, Fox, who offered me a single fish? all the while hiding a basket of plenty. We're merely giving from the heart of selfishness. These actions would never alleviate suffering in this world, but only cause more hunger. And you, monkey, giving from your heart of self-servitude, you did so hoping to be rewarded. This too would cause more suffering in this world. And for both your empty gestures, you do deserve a reward of equal value. Nothing.
Chakra now turned to Rabbit.
However, you, dear rabbit, your willingness to give beyond yourself with compassion and generosity to help save another, for this you shall have eternal life.
And with a wave of his hand, both Chakra, the king of gods, and the rabbit ascended far above the shamefaced monkey and fox, leaving them to dwell below in the vast woods. They soared swiftly
above the clouds,
beyond the sky,
up
into the heavens itself.
Chakra rewarded Rabbit with a heavenly residence, so bright and white that it illuminates even the darkest of nights.
And from this time forward, no single star,
nor myriad of stars,
or even the brightest of constellations,
can ever outshine Rabbit's new home, nor his compassion. He sits calmly in his heavenly abode with a message for all the world.
Give from your heart. Now, when you look up at the face of a full moon, bright and shining, you'll see some gray spots and markings. But they are not just spots. No, look carefully, and you will see the shape of our compassionate rabbit on the moon. Ah,
Rabbit on the moon.
yes. So Rabbit has a very special place in the cosmos. Very special. So you rabbits out there, enjoy the year. Now, what we'd like to do is go into breakout rooms. As you remember, this year of the rabbit is a year of hope. And I thought that maybe it would be nice for people to get together in small pods of 4 to talk about what you hope for, but how you can turn hope into reality. So I hope all of you will go into breakout rooms because they're really quite wonderful. It's really about creating community, and we're so far from each other. Some of us haven't seen each other in person for maybe decades, let alone.
And many of you live in many different parts of the country.
Yeah, far.
Oops.
Whoops. Okay.
Let's get a prompt here.
So,
There's a prompt.
you're going to be placed into the breakout rooms, and all you have to do is say, join, and then what will happen is that you will talk each one, what do you hope for and what will you do to turn it into a reality. And you'll get about 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Okay, see you in a while.
And again, the prompts. What do you hope for and what will you do to turn it into reality? All right, thank you for hanging in there and talking with each other. All right, so let's see, we have on this part of our circle of conversation, any shout outs or sharing you want to do that way?
Yeah, no, I don't know. How did you do in
Insights?
your groups? There's only these many left, so I don't
Right.
know if your groups actually happened. Did they? Carol, were you in a group with anyone? Viva? Oh, here they are.
There
Okay.
they're popping back in.
Okay, I
It's like
see.
popcorn. All right.
Well, we were in-
too.
Yes.
So we should, hi, Vonnie. So we should just shout out what you hope for. Just
Unmute yourself.
unmute yourself. And I know you can all know how to give each other,
Go ahead.
Delightful health.
Delightful help.
More story gatherings.
sanity.
Care for the earth.
Care for
Care
the
for
earth.
More
Return it by
Done.
email.
What? Less.
Access to their email.
Less guns.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah, we look at each other every morning and say, we're alive and the refrigerator is full. So I'll
Yeah.
say, be more alive and forget the refrigerator.
Yeah. Yes. We're really some of the very lucky people. We have so much to be grateful for.
Exactly.
That's very true.
Intentionality for me.
Mine was networking
More
with
network,
other
more
artists.
so more community. Yeah.
Yes. And as a storyteller, that's so important.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for your stories. They were so animated and just delightful to listen to and also to see. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. There's Rico. Rico, wave.
Hey, Rico. And Bonnie, oh, Bonnie, we love you, Bonnie.
Okay. So what else? What else did people hope for?
Vonnie needs to share hers because it was wonderful.
Okay, Vani.
All right. I said more kindness, empathy, and just compassion. We're more similar than dissimilar.
And now the second part is, how do we make that hope a reality?
Well, you guys are right there with the stories, making space to hear stories and to make space to tell our stories.
Yeah, yeah. And to be kind ourselves and compassionate ourselves. Stop and help people who need help on the street. You know, we have so many homeless here. You know, our little grandson with his other grandpa, every week they send out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the homeless.
Oh.
In a stroller. They go down and and he gives the sandwich to our grandson to hand. And we did that with our kids. We made turkey sandwiches, and then we did sushi sometimes, and we went and we had the kids hand it out. And that's the thing. And they were homeless. They were so grateful. Some of them cried because no one had been so kind to them, you know? So it's like that, these little things that don't seem very big at all, these little things that can really make a difference.
It's how to take that feeling of love that we have for people, but also put it into action, because it's very safe to just say, oh, peace for the world.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, I wish. But how do we take that wish and actually make it, and to activate it, so it becomes compassionate activism?
And that was the story that you told about Rabbit, who shared from his heart.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes all the difference.
It sure did. Yeah, he's eternally alive. Yeah. Well, we are open to hearing anything else, but if not, what I'd like to just do with some announcements that next month we're going to do soup and
Stream on, soup's on. And
Very good, very good.
we're gonna stir up some trouble here, but delicious, steaming, and delectable pleasures of the palate.
yeah, and of course stories and breakout rooms, because we want, always to create community here as much as we can. And then
Wait, let me get that panel. There's another hidden thing in there. That's going to take place in
on February 23.
on February. Why is my screen
Okay,
updating?
and-
Don't move yet. Don't move
Well,
yet.
oh gosh,
Okay, I can move now I can move things.
what do you want to show?
Well, I wanted to show the pretty pictures.
What pictures?
That one,
Oh, he's so proud of his pictures.
February 23rd, 5 o'clock Pacific time. And that bowl of soup, who knows what I'm going to make? I have
I'm going to
been-
give a recipe for hot
Oh.
and sour soup,
Oh, good.
but you have to go to a special store to get the ingredients. So if you don't want to do that, you'll find out it's the February is the home to many, many special days. One of them is homemade soup. So we're going to do that, homemade soup. And so you can bring your own homemade soup and share. But Robert is famous for making refrigerator soup.
I have refrigerator soup. what it is, you know, sometimes it's like 2 or 3 pieces of broccoli you didn't finish last week, and some chicken bones that you boiled down, and throw it out.
Leftovers.
Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, January, February, March. You know, you make a really delicious soup that, you know, when people say, this is so good, what'd you put in it? And I say, everything. When did you make it? Long ago. But it's very
Cool.
tasty. Very tasty.
But it's not a cold soup. This is Angela. It's not cold, right?
No,
No,
it's
it's
a
a
hot,
Heat it up.
yeah.
Yeah. But you can make a cold soup.
You
know.
can.
Yeah.
You
I
should-
also wanted to just share that the two of you are going to be part of the Healing Story Alliance's Kind Stories in Concert this Sunday evening.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
kind stories.
Yes, we're going to do Great Joy.
Did put that in the chat. Um,
Okay. Oh, great. Thanks. Thanks,
so
Sarah.
healing and kindness are one of the hopes for the coming year. And the Healing Story
Yes.
Alliance is really part of what keeps that going for me. So
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Cool.
you, Sarah.
Another announcement we got to talk about is, you know, we wrote this play. Nancy wrote a play about her ancestors, and they came from China as teenagers. They sailed across the Pacific in the 1850s, shipwrecked off the coast of Monterey. And so over the many years, we've created this story in both theater form and DVD video.
And my book is now finished and it's at the publishers.
And we've been touring this this show all over the United States. And then the pandemic hit, but it didn't stop us. You know, with Red Altar, it's a story of the place where they landed, place where they lived. They set up residence there in Monterey and Carmel.
Started the fishing industry despite the discrimination, etc.
And the communities were there. In fact, like 200 communities throughout the western states were throughout the West states in the 1800s. And of course, along came this movement. Oh, the move. My fingers. Basically, anti-immigration, anti-Chinese immigration. You know, close up the borders. Don't let that vermin in here. And there was murder, hanging, lynchings, laws passed against the Chinese, and these are the descendants that survived all of that.
Just
and,
a few of us. Yeah.
This is Nancy's clan, and they had unions for a long time, annual unions.
Yep.
And what's happened since then is that one of the relatives, Jerry Sabado Lowe, has created a walk of remembrance to honor the ancestors and to give notice and give attention to that community, long lost in history. And so now it's attended by over 300 people and growing every year, 7 years now. They hold the images of the ancestors. The lady in red in that picture is Jerry, herself one of Nancy's cousins.
She's passed.
And this is the procession that takes place along the coast where the villages used to be.
Before they were burned down.
Right, where they ran out. So we're going to be presenting Red Altar there. So join us. We're going to walk the talk, Red Altar, the Walk of Remembrance in Pacific Grove. So stay tuned. Please, if we don't have your address, please email us or put it in the chat and let us know what's going on. Also, along with this, on May 27th, we are doing...
28th.
Oh, 28th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Linda's in this one too. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think well, you'll hear more about this one
Yeah.
because it's far away.
11,500 are the numbers. Actually, it's a larger
Probably
than
more
that
than
now,
that.
of anti-Asian American hate crimes, mutilations, violence, and even murder. People who don't see us as Americans, the rise of white nationalism, blaming the Chinese for the pandemic, elderly being clobbered in the head, all this graffiti that goes on. These are in San Francisco, by the way, a town that we never thought this kind of violence would happen. People killed.
Pushed onto
So
the railroad
we've
tracks.
rallied storytellers like Linda Yamato, Alton Chun, Emil Guillermo, us guys, MJ Kang.
So what we're doing is going to tell stories of resilience, stories of our own discrimination experiences, but they will all, I want each story to end in a way that is inspiring rather than depressing. And then there'll be a panel, and then there'll be people, again, breaking up into small groups to talk about their own stories and share them. Because when we can share our stories, we don't feel as alone. and it's
Right.
part of the healing.
There's
So
also practical parts that too. We'll have how to be a safe witness and how to be a safe
yeah, that'll be a training after. Yeah.
training to keep everyone safe.
And then there's a bunch of grandmas who do rap, and they're going to do a rap about the anti-Asian hate era.
These are Chinese American
Isn't that funny?
grandmas in Chinatown, Oakland. That's right. I can't wait to see them spin on their heads. That's what I'm looking for.
And Robert's he has a song
Oh,
that
yeah,
will open up
song.
the session
Called Bamboo.
called Bamboo.
Yeah.
Okay, so now,
Wait, we have some
before we,
gratitudes.
yeah,
And now a story inspired
Oh,
by Kyoto
God.
Fujita.
No,
Storyteller
not
no,
that.
okay, can we
spoke
stop
to
your
me
little,
about noodle.
he just loves his little things he
The
makes.
buttons aren't working
Yeah,
right.
so stop. We want to thank Rico for being part of the stories today. And we want to thank Rupa, who is a wonderful storyteller from India. And she is our tech person today and has done a great job. And we also want to thank all of you for coming. And we also want to remind you that if you want to make a donation so that we continue this work, please do not hesitate. So
We are a 501c3. Write to us. Visit the website. Your support helps us carry on doing all this stuff. Schools are opening up, libraries are opening up.
So I think
getting out there.
Rupa, I think, put the link in the PayPal link in the chat. No, but you can also go to our webpage, eth-noh-tec.org, and there's a PayPal button. I hope it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but there are many ways to
Yes.
send us your love.
Yeah. And also, if any of you have the bandwidth and want to join our tribe, we are looking for board members or volunteers for any of our projects.
And since it's all by Zoom, you can be anywhere. So Carol and Peter and Ani.
We're nowhere.
We could do it by drone too. You can just kind of
Okay.
drone yourself over to our place. Yeah. So we can end with one last short little ditty,
Oh,
right? We have
that's right.
right. One last little.
Oh my
little
gosh,
bit
I
of the story.
forgot. I'm sorry. This is really fun. This is really fun. It's
Okay.
the Zodiac rap by this elder.
Okay, and after it's finished, if you want to hang out in what we call the green room, we can chew on blue M&Ms and eat pizza crusts and empty out those beer cans. So, oh no, we're gonna do chicken salad. But anyway, we're gonna end with this one last story. And again, thank you everyone for being all that you are to us. We love you guys and just really enjoy the support you've given us. So here goes the Zodiac rap.
Oh, so very long ago, things were very different, don't you know? One day in the heaven, the emperor groaned, oh no, infinity is boring me. These years I must keep track. There must be a sign to mark this time. A zodiac. I'll watch the moon, I'll count the months with all the starlight features. And each and every 12 years' name, I'll assign a noble creature. So gather all your animals, big and small, your swimming skills deliver. We'll have a contest to find who's best to race across heaven's river. As you arrive, 1 through 12, each creature will be placed. Now I declare from here to there, a zodiac swimming race. Like I said before, in the days of yore, things were not like they are today. For Rat and the Cat were best of friends. Best friends? Oh, no way. When the Rat heard about that river race, he twitched, best friend, oh cat. You stick with me, I'll guarantee first place in the Zodiac. Well, the cat said meow, the rat said now, come here, I'll tell you how. Jibber jabber, pish pish posh. Jibber jabber, pish pish posh. On the day of the race, they all came forth. Rooster, rabbit, snake, horse, ox, dog, tiger and a pig, dragon and a ram, while the monkey did a jig. The emperor said, get ready for the race. Let's see who makes it in first place. On your mark, get set. Steady with your wings and your tails and claws. Get ready to jump when I say pause. Well, the rat and the cat, remember I touched, would jump behind the ears of the big old ox. So they did, and they hid behind the ears of the ox, you know. And the emperor cried, get ready, get set, and go. Now the ox plowed ahead with his power of the plunging hooves. He cut through the waves with his mighty muscle moves. He far surpassed the entire pack with the secret rider hiding on his back. Ox was almost on the shore when the rat and cat did a sneaky score. We'll keep right here, said the cunning rat, and the cat was happy for two. But to cat's dismay, the rat betrayed. First place for me, not you. He shoved the cat from the ox's back, while the rat had an evil laughter. Ha ha! Splash with the cat, first place with the rat, and the ox was second place after. Now tiger and dragon were passing rabbit, but the dragon had a helping habit. He gave a big puff on the bunny ears, and the rabbit moved ahead, putting dragon in the rear. Whoosh! Tiger number 3, rabbit number 4, big-hearted dragon number 5 on the shore. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. The emperor cried, this race is alive. Next came the horse to come in 6. Unaware that the snake had a hidden trick. Copying the rat, he hid behind the ears of the horse. Then he hissed, and the horse then reared. Zoom with the snake, and he made 6th place. Then the horse made 7th with a long face. What, horse? You don't like being in 7th place? Nay! 6 and 7, 7 and 6. This race is full of turns and twists. Now the following team had a clever booster. They jumped on a log, ram, monkey, and rooster. Ooh, what a crew! Wow, ooh, cock-a-doodle-doo. They jumped on the shore. 8, 9, 10, but they didn't mind at all. It was good enough for them. 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. What a race! Too bad it's coming to an end. Then the dog came who loved the water. Splashed in the river, he could hardly bother. A race, woof, a battle. I'm happy just doing my own dog paddle. Happy like a dog who went to heaven. Now the Zodiac had 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 11. Last came the pig, ready to score. But what's this here? Piled on the shore, acorn. So he stuffed his face instead of diving into the race. By the time he knew it, whoops, too late. He came in 12th, last to arrive. But the pig didn't mind, he felt so alive. All done, what a thrill! My Zodiac has all been filled. The emperor spoke to the critters in the crowd, but suddenly heard, what about meow? It was a once best friend of the clever rat who was pushed in the river by a soggy cat. Sorry, cat, the Zodiac spilled, but the cat then hissed with looks that he killed. But the rat didn't care, he was first in the pack, number 1 in the Chinese Zodiac. And the years rolled by and the centuries fly, but forevermore, that rat better watch his back.
Too much fun. It'd be great to do like one of those things where people are walking, all of a sudden they break into a dance.
And everyone
A
go.
flash mob. Wouldn't that be great? A flash mob of doing Zodiac moves. All right. Well, thank you everyone for hanging in
Yes,
there.
please.
Thank you.